Pressing the button.
Needs a woman's touch. That's what it is.
Oh, I got this. Ready? Ugh. Welcome back to another episode of Beer Talks. It's your host, or one of your co-hosts, Mr. Jacob. And to the left of me, I got my guy, Mark.
That's me.
And let's give a quick shout out to Em, Mark's beautiful fiance. She hooked us up with the pumpkins because if you can't tell, this is the pumpkin theme episode because it is October. My favorite beer is a pumpkin beer. I don't know how much you really like pumpkin beer.
I like pumpkin beers.
So yeah, so we actually got 4 beers from you today. 3 of them from Ohio, 1 isn't. But you know what? It's pumpkin season, bitches. Get your pumpkin lattes, your pumpkin cold brews.
PSLs, man.
Hey, we're pumpkining it up. So which one do you want to start with first there, buddy?
I think we're going to start with one of my favorite breweries. I haven't been there in a while. Market Garden. Or maybe we were just back recently. I don't remember. Were we at Market Garden recently? No.
I can't fucking remember, bro.
There's so many breweries downtown that I can't.
He's like, I'm a funcking alcoholic. I drink so much.
Of course, the pop is just awful.
You messed up the pop.
Yeah, well, it didn't.
You had one job there, babe.
I know. Well, there we go.
That was like really assertive.
You have to be.
You gonna pour me up, or do I gotta pour myself today?
I'll let you pour. It's a long reach to get over there.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed, we're in a new space. We're no longer in Jacob's garage on his couch. We're in my back garage. We've got the beer set up here. Got the grass and the lawn chairs ready for nice summer feels in the middle of winter.
Yeah, I do like the setup. When you messaged me, I was like, "Hey, look, I got something to show you." I'm like, I hope it's not a picture of his dick or something. I'm like,
no, I'm not that guy.
But yeah, like when he showed me, I'm like, okay, Mark.
Yeah, I would much
I
rather.
love the smell. It's just pumpkin. It smells delicious. I actually had one of these for the first time. First or second Browns game. My friend came over, had some of these. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. But my pour, obviously, always better than Mark's. He's over here got hella head because he gives hella head.
I took a lot of the foam off the top there.
But yeah, it smells really good.
Traditionally, pumpkin beers are all ales. Some places make stouts.
I've never had a pumpkin stout.
You have.
Which
all
one?
Right. You've had an imperial pumpkin stout.
Ah, yeah.
Which is Warlock.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I always forget because it says ale on the thing, but then I know it also has parts of a stout.
Main ingredients, they're going to be using pumpkin filling. A lot of places use raw pumpkin.
I've never noticed. You put your whole fucking nostril.
You got to get in there.
Say get up on there. Get all those notes. That's smooth.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not
butter. Criminal undercover.
I'm not getting a lot of the spices.
No, me either.
Nutmeg. It's been a while since I brewed one. Literally like a month and a half.
I was about to say a month.
I'd have to look at the recipe, but like nutmeg, allspice.
Basically, all like the flavors you find in a
cinnamon,
pumpkin pie.
Yeah, pretty much. You can use pumpkin pie spice in your beer. I wanted to use all 3, but you're not really getting a lot of the spice.
No. You still get the pumpkin flavor, but like you said, not a lot of the spice.
Yeah. It's hard to start here and then like now we got to build a base. Like this is the base, and now we're gonna have to judge everything based on Market Gardens. I honestly didn't know Market Garden made a pumpkin ale.
Really?
I don't really truly get around to the Cleveland area breweries for pumpkin ale. I know Fatheads, mass produces their pumpkin ale.
Oh, I know Spooky Tooth is phenomenal.
I know Nitro or Southern Tier throws theirs out everywhere. Pumpkin is everywhere. Yeah,
Peeps growler.
We see the growler. This is the first year that I tried Saucy Brewworks beer.
Oh yeah, that one was good last time.
I honestly didn't even know that Thirsty Dog made a pumpkin ale. So,
I actually did not know Thirsty Dog made a.
So as far as Market Garden goes, I like it. It is very smooth. Like, I don't know if it's like undercarbonated. I think that's why there wasn't really a pop.
Yeah, it's very smooth. It does that. You don't get that carbon.
Yeah. Well, you'd imagine when you hear that you know that there's some kind of pressure in there, but there was no pressure in that can.
You bought a dud.
Maybe I did. I don't know. The nitro is weird. It's going to be weird for us because when you cool nitros, if you're throwing them in like a big bucket of salty ice water, it floats.
Yeah.
So all of the cans are sinking down, and that nitro's just popping up.
Why is that, Mark? Because they fill with nitrous gas. Look at that. Don't know shit about science, but I know that.
Specific gravity, man. I don't know if I think the carbonation helps it. Like the lack of carbonation,
it's really smooth, but not like
yeah.
It's a smooth drink, but like you don't get the
a little bit of spice on the end. But if we're doing strictly pumpkin ales, I'm gonna give that a solid 3.5.
Bro,
it's not bad. It's not like I'm thinking in my scale of like 1 to 10, and then I have to divide it by 2. So I'm thinking that's a solid 7 out of 10. That's a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's right down the middle.
For me, it's a solid. For me, it's a solid 3.52. I would agree with that sentiment.
3.52.
No, like 2 also too.
As well. I gotcha.
But yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah, I think it was really good.
I was gonna try to put my phone on airplane mode, but I forgot to. It won't let me when I record.
That's all right.
But yeah, that was good. I enjoyed it. Psst. Emily is in the garage with us today. She gets all the.
She gets to finish her off. All right, the next one. I think we're just gonna go right down the line.
Yeah,
that's all right with you.
It's fine.
Spooky Tooth. What was the percentage on that one? Can you save the can there? 7%. All right. This is
this is an 8.
This is a 9.
Oh, Spooky Tooth was a 9. That's why I get so lit.
So yeah, and Imperial is anything over 8%, I think. Oh, I'm just spilling everywhere.
Why are you spilling the beer everywhere,
dude, I don't know. It is what it is. Now this one, immediately, smell-wise, I'm getting more pumpkin, like sweetness pumpkin, not like traditional pumpkin flavoring, but like straight sugar. Like it tastes like a pumpkin. It smells like a pumpkin pie.
Yes, this one smells more pumpkin-y.
And so I don't know, what do you expect out of a pumpkin ale when you drink pumpkin ale? What's your expectation?
Ale, like I don't want to go as far to say like basically pumpkin pie in a glass, but something to that extent. Like I want it to remind me, yeah, this reminds me of a slice of pumpkin pie.
Okay.
Type of ordeal. And that's usually it. Like if I taste like a little bit of pumpkin, I'm like, but if you're gonna advertise as a pumpkin beer and I don't taste any pumpkin, then it's like, bitch, you're not a pumpkin beer.
See, I think I'm the exact opposite.
Oh God.
Like I like the sweetness of the pumpkin and I want like that flavor to be there, but I want that to serve as like a base.
Okay.
And I want the spices to really like pop out in flavor and come forward in the taste of the beer. I like the sweet ones because it's, you know, if you're drinking the fucking spicy pumpkin ales all day and then you go to a sweet one, you're like, oh, nice sweet tooth kind of pumpkin roll-esque.
Yeah.
We weren't able to get Unplugged's pumpkin roll because that was on my list of beers to try for the podcast.
I've had it before.
I remember having it. I liked it.
It's been a while though.
Yeah. Last time we went, they just had the Black Cat. They didn't have the pumpkin roll ready, but is what it is. I'm ready to try this. You ready? We gonna cheers? All right.
That's nice. That tastes more fun. To me, like I get the spices out of that one.
Yeah, it's very subtle.
Yes.
Towards the back end.
Oh, see, I got it in the front.
I get it all, like I let it sit, and then it all kind of came forward. I still get a lot of the sweetness though.
See, I don't get a lot of sweetness, but I get like a lot of the spices though, which is really appetizing and appealing.
I wonder if they've got any. Oh, they've got the names of the brewmasters on there.
Nice.
It is nice.
Mark's gonna be a brewmaster one day.
Yeah. So it's funny that these it's not on this brewery, but a lot of the breweries are switching to a different symbol. They're not going with I think we've talked about it before. They're not going with like a
like the independent craft brewer.
Independent Craft Brewers Association. It's not like a craft beer. Independent is the bigger name because all these breweries are buying up other breweries and they're conglomerates and
Hey, does that make you upset, Mark?
It does, because then the consumer is like, oh man, I love these craft beers. Like I just took my aunt out for a dinner with my cousin, and I gave her some of my beers, and she was talking about drinking like her favorite beers, and it was Sam Adams. And I'm like, Sam Adams is like, it's like kind of craft beer.
It's like in the middle.
Yeah, it's like they're a huge company. They're almost, I think they're owned by Boston Beer Company.
Yes.
And that's a huge company. Like that's big. They're almost. I'm not gonna say they're almost as big as like Budweiser, but like when you become the top 25 beer producers, you're no longer a craft brewery. Like you're not listed as a craft brewery.
Which I agree. Yeah.
But like underneath that, like
that's like saying Walmart is a small family-owned store.
Yeah, I'm sure there are families that own Walmart, but they're not a family-owned store.
That'd be some shit. Hey, you all right? You need CPR? I know a guy.
I'm the guy.
I'm certified too. I'm first aid and CPR certified.
Did that expire anytime soon?
I gotta get mine renewed. Actually, it expires at beginning of next year. I gotta get it renewed.
That's funny. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I fucks with this one. This is actually my second favorite pumpkin beer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of the first times I've had this. I like going to Fatheads. So for our viewers, Mastheads downtown.
Spooky Tooth, they have several.
Yeah.
They have one in North Olmsted.
Yeah, Fatheads, they have in North Olmsted. They have one, and then one's more south.
I forget exactly where though.
Yeah.
But then they just built a brand new one out in Independence.
Yeah.
Or that area somewhere. I'm not exactly sure, but
they got another one. Yeah.
Isn't that one bigger?
That's the one I'm thinking of. It's right near my fire.
We should go there.
It's right near the fire academy. It's massive.
Yeah. I want to go there one day.
It's huge. They do actually do really good poutine. Canadian fries with gravy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's good.
My mom actually got me hooked on fries and gravy when I was younger.
Oh. I don't get fat by eating good food. I get like healthy food. I get fat by eating.
Nobody gets fat by eating healthy food.
Right.
Kind of dumbass shit is that. So where would you rate this beer there, babe?
I'm
been on my Tom Brady shit lately. I've been calling everybody babe.
That's a little weird, a little strange.
It's
all right though.
Now it'd be weird if I called you babe and then slid my
making the extra move.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a term of endearment.
I think I like Masthead, but I think the Southern or the
Spooky Tooth.
Fathead Spooky Tooth is a little better. It's not. I think I'm gonna go 4.
4.25 for me.
4.25. It's up there.
It is up there. Fucking delicious.
That is yeah. All right. So we're moving up. We're gonna now.
Can you do me a favor and make sure that's still recording? What? Why are you making sounds like that?
I'm interesting. Is it still recording? Okay.
She's like, do I get the rest of the Spooky Tooth?
Yeah, you get the rest of the Spooky Tooth. Here you go. So I'm going to read you the description because this is actually, a lot of beers don't have descriptions. I love Thirsty Dog because they have their descriptions on the bottle.
Hit me with the description, babe.
Brewed with summer harvest of 5 varieties of pumpkin, locally grown for the brewery and by the brewery. So they grow their own pumpkin.
That's pretty dope.
Hand selected, caramelized prior to brewing, which is normally what You'll not find this beer before seeing the first pumpkin for sale in the roadside market. Freshest ingredients combined with our pumpkin gives you a rich, creamy, golden orange ale that tastes great in the fall. Even gives you a temperature to serve it at. That's interesting because a lot of beers, they're not, you got to serve them in a certain temperature, and a lot of places won't say that. They'll just say serve cold. But this says 38 to 40 degrees, which it's probably not 38 to 40 degrees, but this is the worst bottle opener.
That was from...
That's also
Fire starter.
Flint and Steel, yeah. So
I picked that.
So this is a lighter ale. It's going to be 5% by volume.
Oh, that ain't shit.
Yeah. Which, when I was looking at making mine, I looked at, like, there's two styles of pumpkin beers. And it seems like the Imperials that are 7-8%. And then there's the lighter ales that are 4-5%.
Right.
Kind of thing. I love so going into Thirsty Dog, I love their labels because they have almost like a design, the standard design that they use all the time.
Right.
And then they just change maybe the color of the font, they change the center logo, but every single bottle of Thirsty Dogs will always have their name down the side.
Yep.
And then have the name of the beer on top and then a logo. But everything else is the exact same. I don't know if that's like an expense that they can make the same label. Almost
probably not even an expense. They probably like me looking at it from a marketing point of view. It's probably like something like they want to pay homage to just to keep it simple, kind of keep it their own type of feel.
But I know if I look at a bottle from 5 feet away at the shelf, I can go, that's a Thirsty Dog beer. Let me see what it is.
For sure.
Like I can recognize their labels almost instantly.
That's like a lot of better beers or better breweries. Like you're gonna find like some that are like really good at marketing that like you're gonna see.
Right.
That like Saucy Brew Works, like they have really good cans and to make it
right.
That's what you're gonna see. As soon as your eyes see something that's gonna pop or something that's familiar that you're automatically gonna be gravitated towards it.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. It doesn't. No, I'm not getting the smell of the spices though.
No. I'm getting a lot of pumpkin though.
Yeah. All right, cheers it up.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's just a pumpkin punch. Get it? Pumpkin punch because they both start with P.
Yeah.
Giggity.
It's an alliteration, yeah. That's good.
That's just straight pumpkin though. Like I'm not getting the spices though. Personally,
I get a little bit. Yeah. But it's very sweet. It's not a bad sweet.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, I imagine that the higher, the higher percentage beers, you're getting more of the bitterness because it is a higher percentage, and it's going to be like you're going to taste the alcohol a little more.
Right.
And then these lower ales are supposed to be sweeter. Like I would imagine the 5-4% pumpkin ales to just be like throwing pumpkin and cream and every other like sweet flavor at you. This doesn't miss the mark by any means. But it tastes like you could throw a couple percents in there and you still wouldn't notice it.
Which is bad.
Yeah, if this was a 7%er, I think it would be top tier. I think this would be a top tier pumpkin ale.
He said I need 2 more percentages.
I need I got to up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. I need at least 7%.
He said you in AAA right now.
It is good though.
It is good.
This is, man. I think this is better than. I know you really like Fatheads, but I don't.
If you think this is better than Fatheads, that's fine.
I think this is
because you always got to remember. There's people that are Steelers fans, and there's the people that are Browns fans. Like, it's just
and then we can equally hate the Ravens fans.
Exactly. So if I'm rating this one,
what are you rating it?
I'm between a 3.75 and a 4.
I'm around there. I want to give it I gave Spooky Tooth a 4?
Yeah. And I gave Spooky Tooth a 4.25.
I think I'm gonna give this like a 4.001. Like I think it's
Get
better.
what?
I think it's better. It's better than Spooky. If I had to rank these, I'm putting this above Spooky Tooth, but I'm still giving it a 4.
4.
If that makes sense.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. He's like, I got a 4A and a 4B.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. I know you want to go for it. Go ahead.
So this next one is very dear to my heart. As you can see, I have a pumpkin crowler from Southern Tier. I go to their pumpkin fest every year.
Tell me about the Pumpkin Fest. What is it?
So basically, it's just a big outside concert, that's celebrated for their pumpkin beer, which they're really well known for.
Mm-hmm.
There's live concert. They have food. Obviously, they have like 4 different stations just to get beer. They have pumpkin bowling. So, but it's at their tap room, but also down the street they have a distillery too, and they do stuff there at the distillery. So it's just basically a big ass party.
Sweet.
I was actually able to talk to Jim Austin, who runs the tap room and the other tap rooms that they have in Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Buffalo, and we might be doing something with them next year, but don't know yet. But yes, this is my favorite beer. This is my favorite brewery. This is actually a nitro pumpkin, which means it has nitrous gas instead of regular carbonation.
Yep.
So when you pop the top on this, you're just gonna just smokes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's beautiful.
All right. Let's see.
See that?
Yeah, I did.
He's not excited about it.
So
fuck more excited.
So for those that are confused, Guinness is served with nitrous. They've got their specific Guinness patented ball,
which I never do.
I don't know if it helps the pour, like right now how you're pouring it. If the ball allows it to pour better, I'm not sure what the ball actually doesn't. No idea. But they have it patented, and it's made them quite a bit of money.
Do they really have the ball patented?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what you can really patent.
And for nitrous beers, like you can pour them like this, and they will come out fine. In my opinion, a nitro beer is more of a creamy feel to it.
Yeah, I think there's a creaminess to it. I think it's because I don't know if the CO2 changes the pH of the beer, so it gives like a lower pH. If you have like carbonated water, your pH is lower than your regular water.
I did not know this.
So CO2 will change the pH and give you more of a crispness. Whereas I think, I don't know, this is me guessing that nitrous has a higher pH that will make it more creamy.
Okay.
Or closer to water. I'm not sure.
That smells delicious.
Now see, this almost smells less like a pumpkin, like a pumpkin ale, and more like a pumpkin cream.
Okay.
Like a pumpkin cream ale.
And I can see why you say that too.
Because I mean, this is almost like,
because you're talking to somebody that's had all their variants of pumpkins and stuff like that. So I get you.
I'm not just smelling the pumpkin ale. I'm smelling the Cool Whip on the pumpkin pie.
Exactly.
So it is good. I mean, I can already tell it's gonna be good.
See, I usually I forgot to bring it, but I actually have a nitro coffee cold press pumpkin, and those are my shit because I like coffee and beer, and you fucking think I'm weird.
Yeah.
But yes, that's my actually go-to pumpkin beer is a coffee cold press, and then it's the pumpkin, and then it's Warlock.
Now here's something. So we were at Trader Joe's.
Okay.
Building our own 6-packs, getting all these beers. Trader Joe's has I think I'm like 90% positive it's a Southern Tier. So they had the Nitro.
Okay.
They had Warlock, and then they had a Southern Tier pumpkin like mixed drink. So it was like pumpkin. I'd have to look.
Pumpkin and cola.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like a pumpkin whiskey mixed with cola.
Yes, they have their own pumpkin whiskey.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Now this is what I would call a company that figured out what made them their brand, and then they're capitalizing on that.
Oh my! But see, the crazy part is like their other beers are good too.
Yeah, but it's the way the market goes.
Oh yeah,
If the market purchases,
the market wise, yeah.
right. If you maybe getting if you're getting more customers in to then try your other beers,
Exactly.
that's a win-win.
Right,
But
right.
like you need to continue to reach
Oh,
those
yeah.
customers that only want this beer.
Exactly.
Because there are people like literally my dad every fall is like, I want pumpkin, I want pumpkin, I want pumpkin. Loves
Why don't
pumpkin.
you take your dad out to Pumpkin Fest?
Eventually.
Cheers.
Yeah, I want to dive into it. I am getting straight.
A
lot of cinnamon.
you're over there. Do you love pumpkin too?
Yeah.
You gotta culture these, man. Motherfucker.
So
That's smooth.
I can immediately taste the cinnamon before any other spice.
That just tastes like a freaking pumpkin roll to me.
I think they go heavy on the cinnamon.
Yes.
It is creamy. You're right. It does taste like a pumpkin roll. Now, I think this percentage is like 8.9.
8.6.
8.6. Dyslexic.
I know my beers.
You know the one beer.
I know this beer a lot.
They were talking about you on the other podcast, the IOU podcast. And I was listening. I usually listen while I work out.
Okay.
I have it on in the background. And they were talking about you at Pumpkin Festival.
Okay.
How you were texting them. And they were all like, yeah, Jacob's all getting fucked up. He said, he just kept saying pumpkin, pumpkin. What the fuck is pumpkin? So clearly, yes, I may need to take my family to Pumpkin Festival, but I think you need to culture some of the IOU podcast members so that they can actually try pumpkin and know what it is.
The funny part is, so last year when I came back, I actually came back with this growler, and I had like some stragglers too from over the weekend. And I had them try. I had them try Warlock. I had them try. Actually, I think I had a Nitro S'mores or a Nitro Creme Brulee, a regular pumpkin, and something else. And I had them try. They was like, wow, these are good.
Yeah.
They're like, how strong are these? I'm like, oh well, that one's 10%. This one's 8. This one's like, I'm not like you guys. Like, yeah, I like. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy a nice summer shandy.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, but like, shit, get me a nice, 8%er. I'm in that bitch.
Yeah. That is a it's weird because I know that you're not going to say this, but I can taste the alcohol in that. I can tell that is a stronger beer. The nitro does hide a lot of it, so like it makes it very creamy and smooth.
Yes.
If I don't want to say I can't drink this all day. I probably could, but this would not be an all day drinker. This is
it's not.
This is a beginning of the night to get get that fuzzy feeling and then just kind of coast the rest of the day.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I would be drinking the Thirsty Dog. Now, Thirsty Dog, I even drink. That's a 5%.
Yeah, like, that's all day. Yes.
Yeah, that's a pumpkin.
Yeah, because I've gotten caught up, like, because I'll like be at the store and be like, shit, I could. I was like, I can't just buy a 4-pack of like Spooky Tooth or pumpkin. Like, I need 2 because I don't think 4. And then I get to like that 4th beer and that first 4-pack. I'm like, maybe I just needed 1.
I started doing like math that doesn't make sense. So like, I'm like, all right, 35%. That's my number. So any which way I can drink to make 35%. That's the number I stop at.
Oh man.
So like, if I'll drink a full pint of like,
that's funny.
12%.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, that's 12. If I drink another one, I'm like, that's 24. That third pint at 12%, I'm like, 36. I'm done. And usually the math adds up pretty well. It hasn't failed me many times. Maybe only a couple. You know me,
I dabble in other things. So I've actually had to train myself to drink stronger beer when I do other things because of the fact like you get messed up way quicker or you get sick straight up. So there was times where I'm like, oh, I get 3 of these and just do both. Bro.
No.
Yeah, I've learned to pace myself.
Yeah.
It took me like a solid 2 years to be like, Jacob.
That's what happens when you're 30. You hit that age.
Bitch, you don't gotta call that out, okay? How far are you away from 30?
Oh, like fucking 11 months, man.
Okay, yeah.
I got time.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna get you. You know how I was drunk for my birthday? Yeah, you're gonna be that drunk. I don't care where we at.
Yeah, all right. I had that experience already.
The look she just shot you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Immediately smelled cinnamon. I can't get it out of my head. As soon as I taste it, entirely cinnamon. It's like cinnamon pumpkin. This more tastes like a cinnamon ale than a pumpkin ale. I know you love it. It is strong. It is smooth. It's creamy.
Smooth, creamy, strong. Just what you like in your men, huh?
I think they need to cut back on the cinnamon. God damn.
See, I didn't get that much cinnamon.
375.
375?
You're gonna hate it. It's 375, but yeah. I like the other. I would drink Spooky Tooth and Thirsty Dog over this.
5. We're going with the 5.
5 out of 5.
I might be biased. I don't give a fuck. It's pumpkin. It's pumpkin season. Pumpkin beer is my favorite beer. That's my shit. It gets a 5 for me. Pete the Glass, Pete the Growler. But we do have one more special beer to try.
No, we don't. There's no more beers on the table.
So, as you know, he's a brew guy, and I'm just a beer connoisseur. And he actually brewed a pumpkin beer. So, for the first time ever on our program, hopefully there's going to be another times that we do this, we're actually going to try Mark's beer and give it a rating. I'm going to rate this like the strictest beer I've ever motherfucking graded. This shit might become a negative number. We going to see.
Yeah.
So is it already tapped up?
It's tapped up. The CO2's on. All we got to do is pour.
Yeah, do we have a name for it?
We don't have a name.
Oh,
It's
the unnamed
tough.
pumpkin.
It's the unnamed pumpkin ale. So if you look
it could be the Great Pumpkin.
So on the tap for the viewers, it says Garcia's Garage, established 2021.
That comes out fast.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's pressurized.
No shit.
That's how a keg works.
That's actually the first time I've ever done one of those.
Really?
Who got that for you?
Emily did.
She really loves your bitch ass, huh?
Do you want me to pour you one? Or you already had some? You still got some. All right.
She's still babysitting over
So
there.
it says it on the tap. Garcia's Garage, established 2021. That's when I started.
Cute.
When I started home brewing.
That's cute AF.
And when we first bought the kegerator.
Nice.
Since then, we've put plenty of stickers on it. Every brewery that either Emily or I have drinking at.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn dope.
I took a lot of ingredient lists from a lot of different beers and kind of tried to figure out what I wanted to put into it.
Quick side note. He texted me why he was making this beer, and he was like verbally upset. Like he was like, "The fuck?
Yeah,
this shit's taking forever." He was legit pissed.
So the issue with home brewing is that the items, the materials you're using are not always the greatest. So like, if I wanted to brew, I don't know, a tiny like nano brewery, the cost of just the first boiling keg equipment is like $2,000 a piece.
Really?
I bought an all-in-one brewing kit for $500.
Okay.
So like you imagine the scale, and like any little thing can make your issues harder.
Oh yeah.
So like solidified pumpkin, canned pumpkin, especially when you're trying to run water through it, doesn't really work, especially when you have to heat that pumpkin up and like try to get that mixed in with the water and get that pumpkin flavor out of it. It's tough. It is tough.
One day I'm gonna see the beginning process because I'm very enamored by like how you do it.
I would say that the pumpkin beer is the second most difficult beer to homebrew right now.
So here, let me do my Mark sniffer. Let me get my whole fucking
nose.
face up in this bitch. It smells good. It got that pumpkin tint.
Yeah.
I smell the spices.
Now the home brewers are always going to have, unless
I'm over here looking at the colors, shit. Hold up.
Yeah. unless you have some kind of clarifying agent, it's going to be murky. It's going to have stuff in it because you don't have those agents that you can throw in the beer to clear it up. I did cold crash it, so I threw it in the fridge a day before I kegged it.
Okay.
So that it sat at the right temperature. I was actually just watching a video on sours because you have to keep sours at a certain temperature. Otherwise, the yeast, if they get above like 40 degrees, they'll start to eat up more sugars in there, especially fruited sours, because you have fruit
And
sugars
that will
in
make
there.
the
That will make the
alcohol
can
go.
just go.
Oh,
It'll because yeast eat sugars,
okay.
and the two things that they byproduct of that is alcohol and CO2.
Okay.
So that's how you get your carbonation, but that's how you also get your alcohol. But if it's in a can, when you're brewing, you obviously have a release of CO2. But if it's in a can and that thing is continuing to make alcohol, yes, that alcohol percentage goes up, but also that CO2 keeps getting released in the can.
Oh, shit.
So it gets pressurized, and the cans just start exploding.
Until it can't hold no more.
Yeah. So that's just specifically with fruited sours.
I really want to try this. I'm
all
really
right,
excited.
All right. I don't know why Emily said this wasn't cold. Very cold. It's the coldest beer we've had. That's because I just chilled the other beers prior to drinking. But
I'm not getting a lot of pumpkin flavor.
yeah, and I've heard that.
It's smooth.
Yeah. I think it's because of what happened with the brewing, where the pumpkin just did not. A lot of the pumpkin didn't dissolve.
Okay.
And I threw the pumpkin in at the beginning stages of brewing.
Okay.
In the mash, a lot of people will throw it in the boil, and so that pumpkin will kind of boil off. A lot of people will throw it in at the fermentation process. So this is the first iteration.
So it doesn't matter, just like basically based off when you throw the pumpkin in the brewing process, and it equates to how much taste you're gonna get.
I think so. It's the same thing with hops.
Okay.
If you throw hops in earlier in the process, you're gonna get a lot of bitterness.
Okay.
If you throw the hops in later in the process, you're gonna get a lot of the aroma, the smell of it.
So, for example, so I'm thinking the same way. So, like if you throw them in earlier, like hoppy, you kind of get like the IPA kind of taste.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's smooth. I like it. It tastes good. I don't taste the pumpkin.
I do taste there is pumpkin flavor to it.
Smidget.
And for some reason,
do you rate your own beer?
No.
Oh, so you're not going to rate this?
No, I'm
so
not
it's all based off me.
If I had to rate it, I'd give it a 5. I like all the beers I brew. Even the shitty seltzer water wine thing I made, I really like.
That one wasn't too bad. I actually did not mind that one.
Yeah. I still have like 18 bottles.
If I had to, so you want me to grade this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to end our friendship. That's
fine.
Real shit, it's a solid 3 because it is smooth. Mm-hmm. It does drink well. I didn't get a lot of pumpkin from it.
Yeah,
but it's still a good quality beer.
Right, and that's what you want from your pumpkin beers. You want that overly well pumpkin flavor. Now, if I had to remake this,
I'm sure there's different.
I would want to throw the pumpkin in, not in the mash process.
Okay. Because
my mash basket has got these tiny little holes in the bottom, so that when you're mashing with grain, the water comes up top and circulates out the bottom.
Okay.
And when I threw all that pumpkin in there, it just sank to the bottom
down, and it wasn't able to.
My pump was getting stuck, and then when I tried to lift the basket up to drain all the excess water out, the water wasn't draining, so like that pumpkin did not do well in that mash basket.
And in between, you were texting me.
I think I might, if I would want to, I'd probably want to split up the amount of pumpkin I throw in. So maybe a little bit of pumpkin in the mash,
beginning, and then
a little bit of pumpkin in the boil, and then maybe some in the fermentation. But try to get that more of that pumpkin flavor. I did throw a half pound of lactose.
Okay. Were you yawning?
It was a sneeze that just didn't come out.
I was like really confused. I thought you were about to yawn up some crazy shit.
No, the lactose is a non-fermentable sugar.
Okay.
That kind of adds
a
creaminess to it.
Okay.
A little bit of a smoothness to it. The spices I use, like 3 or 4 different spices, which I see that Pumpkin uses a lot of fucking cinnamon. I don't use a lot of cinnamon. I think I used cinnamon, some allspice.
Nutmeg?
I used nutmeg. And I think that was it. So allspice, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Which similarly are used in Christmas ales.
Okay.
Which will probably be the next beer I brew.
I'm in.
So I'll probably brew that next month, and we'll do a Christmas ale. And then after that, I might want to do like a stout.
I'm in.
Or a porter. I don't know.
All right.
But
don't tease me. What a good time. But yeah, I think is that the end of the pumpkin episode?
I think it is.
All the pumpkin beers are completed. We've established that I love pumpkin beer. We've established that M loves pumpkin beer. Even Mike